please, whatever you do, stop doing this in business because it could actually kill your business. Yes. Welcome everyone to another Momentum Monday with me, Emily McHugh, your supercharged coach. This is Supercharged with Emily, the podcast. Yes, indeed. And I want to welcome you to joining us again today. We have a topic that is so important. Please stop doing this is the name of the topic. What is this that we want to stop doing? But before we jump in, I want to remind you, as you know, you need to subscribe to the channel at Supercharged Coach, like, share, all these wonderful things. And if you haven't already subscribed to the Supercharge newsletter, I need you to do that too. And I'm going to bring that up for you to see in a moment at supercharge emilymchugh.com/free gift. And we're going to jump right on into today's topic because we have no time to waste. This is urgent and necessary that we get right into it right away. So I've put up here, so if we're not going to if I want you to stop doing something, what is that thing we want to stop doing? Okay, so please stop doing this. What do you need to do instead? You want to do this instead. And I have 3 tips. It's always 3 tips because 3 is a number that people can grasp. 3 is a number that people can remember. And today, I definitely want you to remember this. So what is it that people need to stop doing? They need to stop having a lack of a cohesive, coherent, consistent business strategy. The lack of a cohesive, holistic business strategy is literally killing businesses. And I say that without exaggeration or hyperbole. It is a fact. It is a fact, and I need some reinforcement. Something more strong than that. Oh, a little more. Definitely more. That's more like it. Yes, so let me repeat for those who may not have grasped it the first time. Today, Emily is going to be very real with you, very blunt. This is time for a blunt conversation. No sugarcoating, no running around the bend. It's getting to the heart of the matter, and the heart of the matter is not having a clear and cohesive business strategy is literally killing a lot of businesses. How many times have I spoken with people who say, Emily, I want to know how to do this. I want to know how to do that. What would you recommend here or there? I'm like, I can't just pull little pieces out of the air. We have to have a cohesive strategy. And I'm going to probably say this 100 more times because I want people to really grasp this concept. And the concept is when you look at your business, you have to look at it holistically. It is an entire entity. It's not like marketing over here, little sales over there, little operations over there. It is a continuous line of continuity where every single thing is connected. Everything. Now, you may not work on every single detail at the same time, all the time, but you do have to be aware of the connectivity of things so that it's not disjointed and it's not out of sync. And that when you make your business decisions, they are thoughtful of all the things that they impact. All the things that have a direct impact from your decisions, you are taking into consideration so that when you decide to take a certain course of action, you do it with that confidence of knowing what you're aiming to do. And the reality of this is that many times we're under certain time pressures. We have to make a sale, we need to grow, we have bills to pay, and we know all of those realities are always there. However, when you're growing a business, it is not just the short term. Yes, you have bills today, but you're going to always have bills. Sorry to break it to you. You're always going to have some kind of bill somewhere. And therefore, you want to be thinking long term because you're always going to have the same problem. So if you don't think of it for the long term, in the short term, there will always be a struggle. So I encourage you to really think about this. So now, what do I want you to do instead? I want you to stop having a non-cohesive business strategy and instead get the support that you need. So number one, I start with get a mentor. People, get a mentor, whether free or paid or however you come by it. There are many free sources the state provides, the federal government provides, depending on where you live and where in the world you are. But usually there are technical assistance programs that are available. Maybe you don't have full access to all the time that you might want to spend with someone, but whatever it is, tap into it. If you can get a paid mentor, all the better because you have more time devoted to yourself. And what does a mentor do? Not all mentors have to be paid. You could just have a conversation with someone and they'll share something that's helpful. But whether it's a coach or a mentor, you want to get some kind of support. Why? Because that person has been through what you're hoping to achieve. They have gone through it. They've been there, done that. They've made the mistakes. They've had the successes. They've had the lessons learned. And they can expedite your growth or expedite your decision-making process so you don't have to go down that same rocky road again. And it is so essential to think of how valuable your time is. That's why supercharging is all about optimizing your time and optimizing your energy and being efficient and effective with the use of both. One of the ways you do that is to tap into other people's knowledge, other people's expertise that has been there. People that have been there have done it from their perspective, their expertise that they bring, and that experience to save you time. The second thing I need you to do is be more strategic. Be more strategic in your thinking. What does that mean? It means, just like I was saying before, take the time to consider how one decision may impact another one, and how things are related and how things are connected. So any course of action that you're choosing, understand the sequence of events that will ricochet through, or the domino effect from a decision, as opposed to I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, without thinking through all the steps of each of those actions. This is such a fundamental point, and this is where people get overwhelmed. This is where people get lost, is because they're trying to go down too many roads, forgetting that each road needs its own roadmap. Each journey has its own roadmap. And if you take 10 trips, it's going to take you 10 times as long to do something. So maybe you should go down one road or two roads as an option, as opposed to 10 or 15. So that's about narrowing things down and making it more cohesive. And then thirdly, and maybe even most importantly, is understand exactly who your customer is. This is something that I can't even begin to more than highlight. So much so I need some hydration. And you might want to get some hydration too as well. Understanding your customer is really quite a process. And what I want to impress upon you is that a customer is the person who is willing to buy what you sell. That's one thing. And they're willing to pay the price that you charge. And number three, they're willing to support you going forward, maybe more than once. So we're not just looking for a one-time customer, a transactional customer. We're looking for a relational customer. That means that you're building that long-term relationship. The lifetime value of a customer is not just the one order, not just the one transaction, because guess what? Your bills are coming next month, and they're coming the month after that, and the month after that. And so if you have a customer just for one month or a one time, that's not a sustainable business model for you to have unless you have multiple, so many customers constantly getting more and more and more. And it all depends on what your business model is, of course. But regardless of whatever business model you have, all businesses succeed from long-term customer relationships. All of them. How would your local supermarket fare if you only came in once a year, or you came in once in a quarter, but instead you tend to go in there once a week, every 2 weeks, but usually once a week you're going to some kind of supermarket, and they know that, and they're depending on you to do that. Hence, that recurring business, that recurring revenue. So in summary, I want to just highlight, I want you to take your time to go back, listen to what I'm sharing with you. This is sounding simple, sounds easy, but I'm telling you, businesses die each and every day because they don't take the time to process what I'm sharing with you. So the summary is this. I want you to stop having a non-cohesive business strategy, people. We want to look at our business holistically, look at it from a cohesive whole. Number one, get yourself some kind of a mentor, preferably a good one, someone who knows what you're trying to do. They've been there and they can share the journey, the pitfalls that could potentially be along the way. Number two, be more strategic in your thinking. Think about how things impact each other. When you make a decision, what is the effect beyond just this one decision? And number three, understand your customer. Take the time to understand what does it take to nurture, to address the needs of, and to build that long-term relationship so that you can have that business over time as opposed to just one time. And that you're meeting their needs, they're willing to pay you, and they're willing to work with you. Okay, so have your criteria, understand what it takes for you to be successful. If you're having trouble like trying to figure it out, that goes back to my point. Get a mentor, do some research, ask your customer. That's one of the first steps of research that you can do. Find out, do an assessment. Say, look, I'm wanting to find out the needs, better serve my customers and offer my services. What do you need? What are some of the things where you feel you could need support? And that's one of the best ways to find out what your customer needs is to ask them. Ask them directly, whether they are a current customer or a potential customer that you're hoping to gain in the future. Ask them what it is it that I could do for you or that you need done, whether it's me or somebody else, that would make your life easier, that would solve some of these problems or at least alleviate your burden. And that's something that I would ask you. You're listening to me share these entrepreneurial tips. What are some tips that I could share that would make your entrepreneurial journey better? What are certain insights that would make it easier for you? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Send me a DM. And that way I can speak to you very directly because this is a conversation. I want you to look at this as me talking with you one-on-one, where I come here and we're like, okay, here's the situation that you need to kind of think about today. Here's the pain points I'm having. Here's the challenge I'm having, and I need it addressed. I need it addressed. So I want you to let that sink in. I want you to let that sink in a little bit more because this is such a, I use the word critical a lot because everything seems so urgent, but this clearly is absolutely very important for you as an entrepreneur, business owner, or aspiring to be, to really keep in mind. Okay, there. Okay, now with that, I want to just have a little reminder. I want you to stay tuned for a mindset minute today. It's some more insights for you guys, and you need all the insights because the more the merrier. The more the merrier. So as I was mentioning before, make sure that you have, if you're having challenges focusing, like you want to better focus and overcome shiny object syndrome, go and pick up the How to Focus Toolkit. It's for a free download. All you have to do is go to emilymchugh.com/free gift, and it's all yours. Once you get that, you may say to yourself, you know what, I could also use some more help in just prioritizing my priorities. Like, how do I prioritize my priorities a little bit better? And so how you're going to do that, how you're going to do that is also you could go and pick up a copy of the Prioritize Your Priorities 3 Key Steps to help you know what to do next. Okay, and that is it's actually a paid. It said that's not the free gift. That's just running at the bottom. That's actually paid. Yeah, you gotta pay for something. It's only $9, guys, but it's well worth it if you're struggling with how to organize your schedule and what comes first, what comes next. That could really help you. And then, if you want to be a part of a community, a business community, support your ongoing growth, you may want to consider the Supercharge Club or the Supercharge CEO. And one is we have monthly trainings on germane topics for your business growth, as well as engaging with our vibrant Supercharge community. So you can join that. Or if you want that extra support with the group coaching, with a more personalized attention to your particular business issue, you may want to check out the Supercharge CEO. Okay, we also meet once a week, and it's a more personalized to what you're needing. And then last but certainly not least is a Supercharged VIP coaching, guys. This is a limited edition opportunity to work with me one-on-one. I only have a couple of slots left. Once they're filled, I don't know when they're going to open up again. So please take advantage of this opportunity if you feel you could use that support, that extra one-on-one accountability, that guidance, that brainstorming, someone who can really walk you through that mentorship process with your business. I'm offering a special 3-month Supercharged VIP one-on-one coaching. When you sign up for the 3-month program, you're getting 50% off my regular service price until the end of August 31st, and that is the deadline, guys. And then with it, as a bonus for signing up, you get lifetime access to the Supercharged CEO and the Supercharged Club. Oh my golly gee, people, where's my applause? Oh gosh, you don't want to miss these opportunities. You have until the end of August. Don't wait until then, because I only have a couple slots left. Okay, so with that, let us jump right on into the Mindset Minute. You ready? Here we go. Today's Mindset Minute is no quick fix. No quick fix. People are always looking for that quick fix. How can I do this quickly? How can I get this done right now? How can I solve this problem today? And yes, there are situations where you may have emergencies, where you do have to put a fire out. And when you have a fire, you need to get yourself a fire hose. However, in business, it's not about just putting out fires all the time. It's strategic planning, looking ahead, looking into the future to have a more long-term strategy and not just this quick fix, this thing that I can just do in 5 minutes. Because those quick fixes, so-called quick fixes, lead to long-term problems that are going to take a long time to fix and a long time to unravel. So take your time, do it right the first time. No shortcuts. Woo! Okay, there you go. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments. Let me know any questions that you have, any feedback, the next topics you want to see, because again, it's all about what you guys need. So I want you to stay supercharged. See you next time, and watch the other videos. Watch last week's video and watch all the videos. Binge watch them all. Bye-bye.